What is this? This wasn't in my contract. It is supposed to be the Elite Four plus champion, not Elite Four plus champion plus annoying guy who I keep running into. No, I already. Oh. So yeah, Ghetsis just had to come in and wreck our party. What a jerk. Trash-talking his adoptive son. Trash-talking basically everything he's ever learned and believed for the past however many years of his life. Talking about your evil schemes about ruling the world through political power. It's just... It's such a dick move. This is not a plot twist, Sharon. Why didn't I tell Sharon about this? I'm sorry, I meant to tell you. Ghetsis is a bad guy. Sorry if you weren't aware of that. Ha, see? That's a direct stab against people who think about Arceus on some greater plane. That means he healed our Pokémon. It's not very clear, but he healed our Pokémon. So yeah, welcome to the real final boss. You remember how, like, N introduced himself on the Ferris wheel as, "Hello, I'm the final boss"? He was wrong. Anywho, Ghetsis' first Pokemon is Cofagrigus, and this one's a fair bit more difficult, dangerous than the one that we dealt with Chantal. This one has a Toxic Protect combo, which is pretty clever, if I do say so myself. And yeah, it's not actually that much higher level, but it's high enough level that you should probably be aware that it is high level and may cause damage to you and your family if you leave it unattended. Now, I don't want to leave that Toxic too unkempt, but healing it immediately I feel like would just be a waste of turns that I could be using working up. There we go. Full restore. Heal both health and the poison, which is nice. And then, with that boost, take care of Cofagrigus. And then get Mummified. If Ghetsis actually used any sleep moves, that could be annoying. Anyway, you don't get a chance to switch out your lead Pokemon, unfortunately, between these fights. So I was stuck with a Psychic type in front, trying to face a Coffin Ghost Pokemon. And just to make things more annoying, I tried to use Yawn on him, but then my own Synchronize poisoned him, so the Yawn was basically for nothing. Should have just used Shadow Ball the first turn. But this is a learning experience. I include all learning experiences within the video content. And it looks like Manfred might be able to take this guy out. And lo, it was so. I do feel it's a little unoriginal for them to use a Pokemon that was already used in the Elite Four, but whatever, I will roll with it. Anyway, Hydreigon. I think that's how you pronounce it. Hydreigon, I don't know. He is the biggest threat on Ghetsis' team, and that one-shot does not do him justice. You will see justice in this upcoming little excursion here. He has a very wide move pool that can deal super effective damage to a lot of different Pokemon. He has like Fire Blast, Surf, I think Focus Blast, and some Dragon move. He can deal a lot of damage to a lot of different things. Yeah, whatever that move was. And he is the Dragon Dark type. So, yeah, Ice. Ice and Dragon. Those are your bets, basically. Because fighting won't do crap against Dark, and Bug I don't think will fare too well either. So yeah, what you want to do is either use your Legendary Dragon if you decided to keep it, or have a strong Ice type that can take care of him. And make sure your Ice type is fast enough to actually get the hit in. Because that didn't really happen there. You can brute force it, of course. You can brute force anything. But this guy is threatening. He is dangerous. He is damaging. He will destroy things. Things that are near and dear to your heart. Anyway, reviving Electra so that I can paralyze him with Thunder Wave. And then I'll be able to revive Edmund and use an Ice Beam in order to actually KO him. Cross my fingers that Ice Beam will actually KO him. I know now whether it does or not, but it was like, am I going to be able to do this, or is Edmund, my final living Pokemon, not going to be able to one-shot this Hydreigon with Ice Beam? And will I have to redo this whole thing again? It was a difficult moral quandary. Anyway, as you can see there, Surf. Surf will... I don't know why he has Surf, I don't know. Maybe if you were using a Rock type against him for some reason? I can't imagine trying to use a Fire type against this guy. Anywho, since Ghetsis did use Pokemon in different order between the two fights, Edmund here is actually my last bet. And since he's not at full health, if this doesn't kill him, we're screwed. But God thank it, it does. And that gets his biggest problem out of the way. Anyway, Bouffalant. Bouffalant is very much a counterpart to Tauros. You can catch him in, like, the route before, like, Route 10, route before Victory Road. He is high physical attack, bull Pokemon who will attack you. He's nothing too exceptional compared to, Hydreigon. But, he still manages to be dangerous. He's not, by any means, a pushover. I mean, that's the power that an Afro could give you. Anyone who's read One Piece knows the power that an Afro can give you. And I was just throwing out all sorts of moves against him. I didn't know what would work best. But yeah, I'm starting to see how much a fighting type move really would benefit me, just with these normal types and dark types that we've run into before. And Manfred, this doesn't look like a good matchup for you. Oh, look, ta-da. Yeah, facing this strong physical attacker with a strong defensive Pokemon, and hopefully things will work out for the best, which, of course, because I kept this recording, clearly does. But still very dangerous, very dangerous. Its move pool isn't as diverse as Hydreigon, and it's not quite as high level, which makes it less dangerous, but it should not be underestimated. Nothing here should be underestimated, except for Seismitoad. Seismitoad kind of sucks. I've never had a problem with these guys. And really, don't let these one-shots betray how difficult, or... Betray can have multiple meanings. Don't let these one-shots make it seem like Ghetsis is easy. Because he's not. He's a difficult boss fight. That Hydreigon showed it, that Bouffalant showed it. This Bisharp won't really show it, but look, it's another Pokemon that's being reused from the Elite Four. I don't know what's up with that. I feel like there are enough cool and strong Pokemon in the game that Ghetsis could be a little more original. Oh, and there's the one upside to Mummy. You can affect other people with Mummy. I wasn't expecting that. He must have been expecting it. Whatever. But it's very hard to use tactically. Unless you like doing a double battle with your ally with Cofagrigus. Anyway, yeah, Bye Sharp, Fire Blast, blah blah blah. Same story as we saw with Grimsley. Anyway, I'm just gonna briefly mention the music here, because it's very minimalist, but very powerful. It's like the second to last fight of Pokemon Coliseum, if it was done right. Because there's still enough there that it creates tension, but it's minimalist to be cool. Anyway, Electros, taken down there, and you can tell that means mirror match, and this is my last chance for a mirror match. I have failed every mirror match in the Elite Four up until now. Am I gonna pull through? I really, really, really wanted to, because my record was just terrible, and I vowed it. It is in my contract that I do mirror matches, and I needed to succeed. I may have a 3-level disadvantage, and he may have a stronger move pool, I don't know. But I needed to win this mirror match. And that paralysis there was the one thing on my side, but he had the computer on his side, so he got the defense drop. And now it's just all logic thrown out the window. Critical on my side, point for me. This wasn't a matter of can I beat the Electros. This was a matter of can Electra beat the Electros. And that was very, very important to me. Oh, screw you, Ghetsis. Screw you. Yeah, you know what? Screw you, Ghetsis. And there's the defense drop on my side, so now we're on more equal footing. Bring it to the edge. There isn't much I can say other than this was so intense for me. Maybe I was stressing out more than I needed to. But I needed this win. I needed this matchup to work out in my favor for my own dignity. Like, I was willing to restart the entire fight just so that Electra could beat this Electros. And I was just so concerned that he'd get a random critical and I'd have a heart attack. And then the Angels came on my side, and he finally got fully paralyzed, which, like, never happens anymore. And it happens twice in a row, and lo and goddamn behold, I finally won a mirror match. And I was so happy. So yeah, it all goes downhill from there. Rest of the plot, the ending, I don't care, I don't know, that was the climax, whatever. Wait, you're not the king. N would be the king. Wow, for once he has nothing to say. Dude, he's right there. Right there, right behind you. Dude, right there. So yeah, you could bring in a nature versus nurture question here. You know, if you want. If you read The Tempest recently, maybe. But yeah, N is Nintendo Game Freak's attempt at a complex character. And basically their attempts are you throw out a bunch of questions and leave them without answers. And it kind of works. Farewell.